you're closer. Let me just charge my Oura ring. The vibes are great this morning. This video is going to be wedding prep, everything wedding prep. And if you're Ryan and you're watching this video, I'm gonna need you to take this next statement very seriously. I am going to timestamp out for you within the video times that you should not watch, okay? Because there are certain things in this video you cannot see. For everybody else, let's just do it. But before we did that, I wanted to do a little life update. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I skipped through the life updates just to get to the actual action. So if you're not a life update kind of person, then you can skip. But a couple life updates. The first thing being Ryan and I's living situation. I know I've said this before, but I wanted to address it again if we had any new followers or if there's any confusion. Ryan and I are not living together. We have not lived together throughout engagement season, and we will not live together even though there's only a few days until the wedding, because that is what the Bible preaches, is to abstain from intimacy with your partner before marriage. When living together, it causes people to believe that you are doing said act. And the Bible also says don't cause another believer to stumble. Now, with that being said, I can see how, everyone's gonna have their opinion on how we're doing engagement. And I do spend a lot of time at this house. I'm paying rent on this house. I love this house. Also, Ryan and I are going to Hawaii for 5 weeks straight from our wedding. For me, it was important that I established some sort of routine in this new house, because when I came back, I didn't want to start over again. I thought that was going to be a really tough transition, especially for someone who is such a creature of habit like I am. But what I will say about not living together that I feel like not a lot of people talk about is that there is this disconnect still. I still can't feel like we're finally together. And I think it's because, I know it's because we're not one, we're not living together, we're not married, we still have boundaries. This is TMI, but we don't make out. We aren't doing things a certain way, and we are doing things a certain way because we've had that conversation with God, and that's just how we feel about things. I'm not saying this to plead my case. I have nothing to, I don't have to share this with anyone, but I just want to open you guys up on our thought process and how we've gone about it, because that's one of the many reasons why we post content, is because we are passionate about sharing our lives with other people. And so that's kind of the thought process on why we're doing engagement the way that we're doing it, and why we put the boundaries in place that we put in place. And the content that we make is with each other, so we are around each other a lot because the channel is Abby and Ryan, so we must be together. So a lot of what you guys see is us together, and a lot of us being together is us together. But please, no, we do not live together. We do not sleep in the same bed. That is something that is such a priority for us, and I would never want to cause anyone to believe otherwise, or to lead any younger viewers in a way that thinks that that's something that we are doing, because we're not. Anyways, the next thing I want to talk about, let me take a sip of coffee. So post Boston Marathon, I'm kind of navigating a new routine. Oh, also, I'm not wearing my ring because it's getting cleaned right now. I have ring tan lines. Can you see? So when I got back from the Boston Marathon, I realized I had some work to do, just all across the board. I never want to be an image of what not honoring your body looks like. And if you know me and you know my past, that's just something I'll always struggle with. I feel like I'm never going to be perfect, obviously. And a lot of other people who have had a past with different sort of issues along the lines of body image or eating or exercise will also agree when I say that it ebbs and flows. It's just gonna come in seasons. But that mixed with almost passing out, that mixed with being completely exhausted and wondering why, kind of led me to be you're overdoing it. Perfect. So I'm now on this train of dialing it back, learning what balance is, and not really having a race for a while. And I'm just going to enjoy running for what it is, focus on food, fueling myself the proper ways. Again, it's this weird thing because it's not like I was trying to underfuel in any way. You just get into rhythms where you don't even question it. And so that's kind of where I was. The Lord woke me up and was like, well, bam, slow down. So I'm slowing down now. Rest assured, I am focusing on my health and putting that at the forefront of my brain, especially going into marriage. I want to be a healthy wife with a healthy life. Okay, third thing, coffee. natural family planning. If you are someone who is confused by that statement, you can ask your parents. I'm not going to explain it to you. This is something I want to talk about because I know there are a lot of resources on there. There are so many resources online, but I feel like I was extremely underprepared navigating this world. And I think part of it was because it's just, you don't really like learn about different kind of birth controls in school or in life, honestly. The female reproductive system itself isn't really talked about, at least from my experience. But I have been using an Aura ring. This is not sponsored by any way, but I have been using an Aura ring for the sake of measuring my temperature every morning, and then I sync it up with my Natural Cycles app, which basically just tracks your ovulation. If there's certain periods of time that are green days, then you're in the clear. And if there's certain periods of time where you're in the red days, then you need to take some precautions. As someone who's been very open about being a virgin and never having experienced that, because that is something that the Bible preaches, is that you should save yourself for marriage. That is something that has been one of the biggest things that I have held close throughout my entire dating life. I'm very proud to say that I am able to go into marriage pure. You know, be proud of that in Jesus Christ and be able to be a representation of that is a badge of honor. With all that being said, I do want to be on here. I do want to come on here and be honest about like the scariness of it, of like, there is a whole new world that I've never had to worry about or think about or plan for until now. I want to be open about that journey, especially if there's anyone else in my situation. I don't really know how to update anyone on all the birth control stuff yet, because it's still tracking my ovulation. Like, I haven't had it long enough for it to like predict when I'm ovulating yet, because it's still kind of reading my body. I started it, so I'll update you whenever it continues. Is there anything else right now? I don't think so. Okay, enough talking. I'm gonna explain to you what's going on. This video is going, I'm like glowing. This video is going to be entirely made up of everything that I'm doing to prepare before I leave, because I leave for the beach, because our beach is at the wedding. Our wedding is at the beach, but there are some things that I need to do before. So right now we're gonna focus on arts and crafts. The way that I'm doing gifts for my wedding is I'm doing more of the like heartfelt, put in time rather than money kind of gift, just because that's what I have to give. That's what I'm leading with, because that's more natural to me. So let me tell you what I got everybody. If you are my mother, father, my sister, my bridesmaids, Ryan, you need to skip. I'm also getting a gift for some other people, but I haven't figured out what I want to get them yet, and I think we're gonna get them at the beach. So for right now, if you're any of those people, guys, I'm being so sneaky right now. Okay, so now that they're gone, you'll seriously need to be gone, or else you're ruining it for yourself. For my sweet, sweet husband-to-be, I'm getting him 2 gifts before the wedding. First gift, a Bible. This is a fresh Bible, but I'm gonna go in. I wrote a little note, and then I wrote like it's to my husband, and I'm gonna go, and I've already started a little bit, like Abbyfy it. Like, I'm gonna print out pictures and hide them in pages, and then just highlight certain things. Like Proverbs 31, I wrote above it like, these are qualities I want to have in marriage, and then I wrote little words beside it and just little things like that. So I'm going to go through and do that for Ryan. For my mom, I got her a deck of cards, because if you know my mother, you know she's obsessed with games. I'm going to, on every card, either put a picture, or on the box I'm going to write something like 52 reasons why you've shaped me to be the woman I am, or something like that. I'm not sure yet, but on each card I'm going to write a reason and picture on some of them, and give this to her as like a thank you. And then for my dad, it's still coming in the mail, but my dad and I really bond over running a lot, so I got him a medal. The medal is engraved Marathon of Fatherhood finisher, and then it'll have like 2002 to 2025, which is when I was born and when I'm getting married, and it'll be like a sweet little medal for him. I got it on Amazon. It's super easy. My bridesmaids, wait, let me go get it. Got them these little bags, and it says, I couldn't tie the knot without you. I got them these knot earrings. If you were the person that had to skip through, welcome back. I've gone through all the presents at this point. If you were the person that had to skip, I'm proud of you for skipping. And if you didn't skip, why didn't you skip? So what I'm gonna do now is just work on all the presents. The first thing I'm gonna do is something else that I ordered, this guest book Bible. So I also got this on Amazon, but it's just like a study Bible. You can sign it as a guest book, and people can put their names in it and highlight their favorite verse, which I think is pretty cool. So this is our guest book option. I'm gonna get to work on all these things. Love you, bye. So I'm highlighting a verse in our guest book for Ryan and I to sign. And I'm in the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verse 16, which this one's a classic wedding verse, so I'm excited about this. But Ruth said, "Do not urge me to leave you or to return from following you, for where you go, I will go, and where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. Where you die, I will die, and there will I be buried. May the Lord do so to me, and more also, if anything, but death parts me from you." I leave on Thursday. There's a lot to get done, but I want to get a lot of it done. So the way to start off the day strong, however, is to get rooted in truth. So that's what we're going to be doing. Ryan and I got these little vow books. If you know me, you know that stuff like that is, I hate stickers, I hate labels. Like, we got these vow books. His is black, and obviously his says Ryan's vows. They're just little books. I may start writing my vows. My vows are about 7 pages. I did finish writing my vows, and I wrote them in here, so they're 7 small pages. I sent them to a pastor at our church and then our officiant. I just want to get, like, not necessarily approval, but just like insight, just to make sure that my vows were biblically sound. Since Ryan and I were writing our own, we're also doing traditional ones as well, just because we find it important. Like, vows are like setting the foundation of the basis for your marriage, like what you're promising to each other. So I really wanted to triple check it, and yeah, I feel really happy with them. So this is the state of the room. I had to bring some clothes over. Those are bathing suits because I am moving all of my clothes in before we go to the wedding, because straight from the wedding we go to Hawaii for like a month. So yeah. All right, I need to read the Bible. Oh, this is bad lighting. Reporting live from the kitchen. I've got my air fryers cooking. Why can I not? Ugh. I've got my sweet potatoes cooking, and I just got back from the grocery, so that is a check off the list for today. I'm gonna show you guys what I got. Ryan leaves a little bit later, so I got some things for him that he will be able to cook because I love him so much, but he does not like to cook. Doesn't mean he can't, but he does not like to do it. So I'm usually the one that'll like prep food for him. So I had to keep that in mind with this grocery, so it's a lot of like frozen foods, because all you gotta do is put that in the microwave. So this is what I got him. Ryan loves chomps. This bag will be gone in 2 days, maybe 1. I've seen him finish the bag in 1 day. I got myself some hummus because I like to put it in bowls. Fun fact about me, I actually can't drink water without electrolytes, so I must put this in. This is for me, some Greek yogurt, stevia. That's for both of us. I got Ryan something fun. Yay, no cookies! He's gonna be happy about this. And then I also got him something to be an adult. So, balance. Buddy boy needs this for his hot dogs. He taught him little hot dogs. Then I also got him some turkey because the gains. Needed to get some laundry detergent pods because I need to do laundry today. Blueberries. Sorry if this is triggering to you, but I very rarely will wash my fruit unless we're giving it to other people. I will wash it if other people are eating it, but if it's just us, like, whatever. Hey, I got you this. Oh, you're using a spoon or straw. This man does not use straws.
Straws are stupid.
I'm like, if you have a cup that has a straw that goes with it,
They're the most pointless things on earth.
then you use them together. That's what it's for.
They're literally just wasted space.
That's very rude. Also, I don't agree with that.
This cup here.
Then buy a cup. Don't buy
I
a
didn't buy
double.
this.
That's true. It does say my name. But I'm like, if you want a cup, we have cups. Why did you get that with the...
It's just, a lot of our cups have straws.
Not all of them.
I
We
know.
have 2 Yetis. That's why I don't understand. If he wants a cup, then grab a cup. Why do you grab that if you don't? It's just the little things.
Oh, I just love you.
I love it. Oh no.
Does this not look like dog food? Or like a cat food?
I got Ryan protein shakes.
Abby, don't be drinking those. She ain't absolutely swole like me.
Zevia, because last grocery run before the wedding, complete. This is not a day in the life or what I eat in a day or a vlog or anything like that, but I did need to offer a moment for the crunch sweet potatoes because these turned out really good today. Also, I realized I've kind of got into, somewhere along the line in there, I realized that I got into a little bit of a rut with not fueling myself properly. I talked about it a little bit at the beginning of this video, but I'm really trying to focus now on getting carbs, proteins, and fats. Honestly, a lot of the motivation was I just really wanted to dial in and lock in on a diet that felt healthy to me, but that resulted in not feeling the best. So I'm working on myself. Wow, this one gonna be crunchy. If you want to know how to cook these, I just recently posted a video on my TikTok of how to cook my sweet potatoes. Before I narrate you, we've got some priorities. I love a mug. It is my favorite dish of choice, like Demi Lovato says. Oh, what is my hair doing? Today is just the day of like having everything bother me. Like I've changed like 4 times because no clothes feel right. I just like don't feel in my body. My hair feels weird. Like everything just weird. But I'm grateful. I'm hashtag blessed. It feels weird. You know what I mean? Like just a sensory day. Anyways, I love a mug. I love putting glass in my mugs and then pouring drinks in here. I always drink out of a mug. I very rarely, like possibly never drink out of a cup. I love mugs. They're so cozy to me. So we're gonna pour a Zevia in. This is the new flavor. Ryan and I love Zevias. Yeah, I love their like fruity flavors. You know, when Abby has a fun drink, it's go time for something special. And today's something special, arts and crafts. So I'm finishing up a lot of what I am working on for gifts for people. I went to CVS and I got the pictures printed out that I needed for Ryan and Mom's gifts. However, they kind of came out weird. I'm hoping that they don't really care. Crispy. I printed Mom's wallet size because they need to be able to fit on. So for example, like picture, one of these wallet pictures will go on the card. But I don't know if you can see very well, but like they kind of came out a little weird. Let me see if I can find like a better one. Like this, like, I don't know, I think it just came out a little weird, but I'm hoping for the best. Big ones I got for Ryan turned out a little bit better. I think just maybe because the wallet size pictures are so small. I'll show you guys the pictures. This was Ryan and me on our first trip to the mountains, our very first trip like 2 years ago. This was me and Ryan on one of our first dates. After church, we went to Burger and Bowl. Little Rhino being smiley. We would go get coffee all the time. We still do go get coffee all the time. Enid making him some dessert. He loves my dessert. Face card. Period. I'm marrying a baddie. Him's is so smiley. My mom and dad eating pizza. The Murphy family loves pizza. Us at a show that I was in a long time ago. Throwback when I did theater. Me and my mom at my sister's wedding. Full circle moment. The sky was so pretty this day. Wow. Rhino, when you saw me in Greece, I was Patty Simcox. This was in November. Aw. The brand. Him and Mama. We love Mama. Pretty much it. Is really cool. It's like a little memory Bible. And then for my mom, cut a little shorter than the wallet and tape it like this. Probably write something on the top. So I'm gonna work on this for a little bit. Things are thingin', guys. Things are thingin'. Also pause. Let me know if you like this style of video because I kind of am exploring like different video series. So for Life with the Luckets, it's more like a vlog style, obviously like reality show kind of vibes where we're just living our life and you're there with us. This is like mostly just talking to the camera and talking to you guys. So let me know which ones you like more or which ones you like less. I tend to like a mix of both. I like lifestyle and talking, just depending on who the creator is and their niche, but I'm kind of liking to make both. So just let me know, let me know, actually. Just like let me know. next thing on the list is to write thank you cards for people so that we can have them for our wedding, because we are going to hand out our thank you cards at our wedding one by one so that we're able to talk to everyone at our wedding and have a reason to see everyone face to face. I write the cards and then I write on the envelopes. I give it to Ryan and he licks them and puts them in. Because one of us has decent handwriting and the other one has a tongue.